Well, good morning. Good morning. I want to talk to you this morning about being seriously obedient. Seriously obedient. And what does that look like? You know, I would say for the majority of my life, and you've heard me say this many, many times, but for the majority of my life, I thought I was doing a pretty good job of being obedient and doing the right things and really living a life that was honorable in God's eyes. And yet, I really wasn't, because as I look at the Bible, I never really took the Bible for what it said. I just picked and chose and decided what I liked and what I didn't like. And I really wasn't seriously obedient. And over the last few weeks or so, I've been praying that God would really convict me and that I would be even more obedient, that I would be able to get closer to Him, that I would listen to what He has to say to me, that I would be able to trust Him more and have more faith than I've ever had before. And last night, I woke up in the middle of the night, which is very common when God is trying to speak to me. I'm having my coffee this morning with y'all. Coffee with Carol this morning. But I woke up in the middle of the night and had this thought that I need to take all of the game apps off my phone. Anything that's distracting me, anything that I do mindlessly. And I've never really thought about my games as being a problem or anything like that. It's just stuff I have on my phone, and I play the games when I'm, just bored or what have you. Well, it was very clear last night. He was like, take them off. Take them off your phone. Because I want your attention all the time. I want you to be paying attention. And if you have time to play an app or play a game or look at something like that, you have time to look into my word. Well, I went back to sleep, and when I got up this morning, it was still there. Take the app off the phone. And when I went to my Bible app, which I'm sure you all saw today's verse, Joshua 1:8, and I'm going to read it to you. Study this book of Revelation continually. Meditate on it day and night, so you will be able to be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do. Wow. Only then will you be able to prosper and succeed in all you do. That's pretty strong, isn't it? Meditate on it day and night, so you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Well, that's serious. That's a serious, serious statement. And if I believe one verse in the Bible, then I have to believe them all. Because if He said it, then it's true, right? So I have to really think about that. And then John 15:7 in the New Testament. But if you stay in me and obey my commands, you may ask any request you like, and it will be granted. In another version, it says, remain in me and in my words, and anything you ask will be granted. I think about this because many times in my life, in the back part of my life, when I was coming up in direct sales and really studying how to become successful, right? The idea was, visualize 5 to 6 times a day, make some affirmation tapes and really listen to them all the time. I remember going to bed with them, listening to them through a recording, waking up in the morning, listening to them on the way to work, really just focusing on all of that. And I thought to myself, wow, if I would do that, but yet I won't spend the majority of my day in God's word and obeying what He says in His word, then something's wrong, because His word is truth. And all this other stuff that we get out there in the world that tells us to do this or that or the other thing to become successful, that is not true. That is just smoke and mirrors. That is coming to us from the enemy. I am positive of it. But when it says it right here in the Bible, that if you will do this, if you will study the book of instruction continually, that you will meditate on it day and night, so you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do. Guys, we got to get seriously obedient. If you really want to see change in your finances, change in your relationships, change in your career, change in your health, change in any area of your life, you got to get seriously obedient. You have to make a decision, a choice to put Him first, get obsessed with God, get obsessed with His Word, and believe every single thing that's written there so that you can prosper and succeed in all that you do. So that you may ask any request, and it will be granted. Crazy. I hope that this is speaking to you this morning. I hope that you are hearing it. I hope that you are getting excited about being seriously obedient. What is He asking you to give up and replace with Him? I wish you an amazing, amazing day. God does the how, and you do the do. Take care.